Avoidable hunger crisis looms. Parents urge to encourage Congress to extend child nutrition waivers. Those are just a couple of the headlines we're seeing as students prepare to head back to class. Free breakfast and lunch for every child, regardless of income. That was the norm during the height of the pandemic. Now those schools are returning to pre-COVID procedures when it comes to feeding those students. News 5 anchor Mike Brookbank gives us a look here at what the Ohio Department of Education is doing to make sure children continue to have access to healthy meals.
With the book now closed on the Universal Schools Meal Program Act, it's back to the basics in Northeast Ohio schools when it comes to food.
This coming school year 22-23 is going to look and feel very similar to school year 18-19.
Gone are the no-cost breakfasts and lunches for everybody. Families must once again meet requirements that were in place pre-pandemic.
So households will basically have to apply for free or reduced price eligibility.
I reached out to a number of school districts across Northeast Ohio, Berea City Schools among them. The district encouraged its families to apply for free and reduced meals before the end of last school year to make sure students there didn't fall through the cracks. In East Cleveland, I learned the community eligibility provision, which is based on poverty data, is in effect.
They can continue to offer no-cost meals to all their students.
It's a program piquing the interest of more school districts.
We're getting a lot more requests for information about CEP.
If you're worried about covering the cost of packing your child's lunch every day or paying for meals offered at school, there are two ways districts participate in the school meal program. The traditional option, paper applications, will typically show up with the rest of the forms your child comes home with on the first day of school. Online applications will let you know right away if you're eligible based on guidelines from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Ongoing inflation expected to have an impact on schools.
They are having the same difficulties that I'm sure all of us are experiencing when we go to the grocery store.
Additional funding from the Keep Kids Fed Act is on the way to help districts offset the higher costs of feeding Ohio children this school year.
And it authorized an additional 40 cents per lunch reimbursement and 15 cents per breakfast reimbursement.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is also allocating $33 million to help Ohio school districts buy fresh fruit and veggies, meat, and milk. For those families that don't qualify for free or reduced meals, they're encouraged to still take advantage of those daily breakfasts and lunches.
They are a wonderful, nutritious opportunity for your children to be able to get a nice, well-balanced meal at school.
Reporting in Cleveland, Mike Brookbank, News 5.
Now, in addition to those important dollars to keep school kitchens stocked this year, the Keep Kids Fed Act that Mike just spoke about will provide a safeguard in case of spiking COVID cases force schools to go remote again. Ohio schools will be allowed to send meals home with kids to make sure they don't go hungry. You know, from shopping to stress to safety, News 5 has been helping you get ready for back to school. You can find every one of our stories and more on our News 5 app.